The first way that I use buckets is it's by putting everyday food items in buckets. I use these everyday food items. This is flour with a Gamma lid, and I just put it straight in here. This is a 5-gallon food grade bucket. I have one for flour, one for sugar, and then one for rice. These are things that I use often and I buy in bulk in order to put in here. So regardless whether you are putting prepackaged food in here or not, I always suggest that you have food grade buckets. This will ensure that whatever is going in here, you know that this plastic is going to be food grade and it wasn't made for paint or something like that, right? I use Gamma lids for everyday purposes. If you are planning to seal food in here, whether it's with a Mylar bag or not, I do recommend having this lid because this lid is going to seal, okay? You're going to put the lid on here and you're just going to like hit it with a little, you could get like a little soft hammer, or you can hit it with the end of this. And then you will want this tool in order to pry them open. Boop, 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 and you pry it open. This tool is invaluable. You need this tool if you have 5-gallon buckets and these flat lids. So here's another way that you can use this. You can put, like, let's say you want to make a to-go 5-gallon bucket, food bucket. So you can put a few things in here. It does fill up fast. These are gallon-sized bags, and these are by Pack Fresh, by the way, these Mylar bags. But you know, you can stack it in there a few ways. You know, this is random stuff here. This is not like food that I would have. Or, you know, like if you don't want the gallon, see, these are MRE size. Get these from Pack Fresh as well. And that fits a lot more. These would actually probably be more recommended, I think, if you're planning on like a to-go bucket, something like that. So you can stack a lot more in here. You can get a little creative. Then you could also stick some waters in here as well. You could do bagged waters or these bottles of waters, whatever you want to do. Another idea is to actually use this bucket as a type of cold storage. You want to bury it in a very shady area, but you don't have to bury it super deep. All you do is you just bury it a little bit. You can put a bunch of bricks on top of it. I do suggest putting this type of lid on it, not the Gamma lid, because it will make it airtight and it will make it so that it's, you know, water's not going to get in, all that other stuff. So now the 5-gallon bucket is a makeshift cold cellar on a budget. The way that you would use 5-gallon Mylar bags with a 5-gallon bucket is you take the Mylar bag, you stuff it in the bucket. I am transferring oats. You're going to put the other oxygen absorber up top if you are using 2. Otherwise, if you're just using the 2000 or 2500, just throw that on top. Now, you want to try to get out as much air as possible in this scenario. Normally it doesn't matter, but because you're putting it in here, you want to seal it up as best as possible. There we go. I use this little tiny iron and I put a little blanket underneath it and then I just iron it out. I put it on the lowest setting because otherwise you'll burn. There you go. Boom. And then now, instead of a bunch of Mylar bags just hanging around, you have stackable systems here. And make sure to write on them, you know, so that you know exactly what they are on the outside. 5-gallon buckets make amazing containers for gardening. I have raspberries in here right now that have been absolutely thriving. You can do tomatoes. You could do a little bit of carrots in here as well, you know, but you can grow so many things in a 5-gallon bucket. So go pick up some 5-gallon buckets, have some fun with your food storage, and let me know which of these ideas you're going to be trying down in the comments down below. Thank you all so much for watching. Conquer Tomorrow, Puppy Brain today. I'll talk to you later. Bye.